Can you put the video back on?
Yeah, sorry, apologies. I was just trying to put the screen on there. Sorry. 1 second, sorry.
Can you put the video back
on?
on?
Putting on now. Sorry. Apologies. I was just trying to... Just 1 second. I don't know what it's dissipated to. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry. 1 second.
Can you put the video back on?
Yeah. Putting on now. Sorry. Just 1 second. I don't know what it's dissipated to. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry. 1 second.
Can you put the video back on?
Yeah. Putting on now. Sorry. Just 1 second. I don't know what it's dissipated to. Sorry, 1 second. Can you put the video back? Yeah. Putting on now. Sorry. 1 second.
अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष जिनेश्वर रक्ष रक्ष जिनेश्वर रक्ष रक्ष शान्तिनाथ रटन रूपाणु शान्तिनाथ रटन रूपाणु शान्ति पमाडे वो स्मरण हुपाणु शान्ति पमाडे वो स्मरण हुपाणु शान्तिनाथ रटन शान्तिनाथ रटन शांतिनाथ शांतिनाथ रटन वीर नाम अति मीठा है, कोई गा के देख ले। वीर नाम अति मीठा है, कोई गा के देख ले। आ जाते भगवान कोई बुला के देख ले। वीर नाम अति मीठा है, कोई गा के देख ले। आ जाते भगवान कोई बुला के देख ले। वीर नाम अति मीठा है। जिस घर में अंधकार वहाँ मेहमान कहाँ से आए। जिस मन में अभिमान वहाँ भगवान कहाँ से आए। जिस घर में अंधकार वहाँ मेहमान कहाँ से आए। जिस मन में अभिमान वहाँ भगवान कहाँ से आए। भगवान कहाँ से आए। अपने मन मंदिर में, अपने मन मंदिर में ज्योति जला के देख ले। अपने मन मंदिर में ज्योति जला के देख ले। आ जाते भगवान कोई बुला के देख ले। वीर नाम अति मीठा है, कोई गा के देख ले। वीर नाम अति मीठा है, कोई गा के देख ले। आ जाते भगवान कोई बुला के देख ले। वीर नाम अति मीठा है। भगवान कोई
Hi, Jai Jinendra, everyone. Can you all see and hear me? Yes?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. That's great. We've got about 30 odd participants. I'm sure it's double that with the family participating. Welcome, everyone. Good evening and Jai Jinendra to Sri Chanda Vidyapeeth Friday adult class. My name is Varsha and it's a great pleasure to be here this evening. We begin with Navkal Mantra by our little Arav, who's 8 years old, and he's from our Praveshika class. So over to you, Arav. Are you ready?
Yes. Jai Jinendra, everybody. I am going to say the Naraka mantra. Namo Arihantaram, Namo Namo, Namo Sittaram, Namo Namo, Namo Ayariyaram, Namo Namo, Namo Ujayaram, Namo Namo, Namo Loye Savasahuram, Eso Panchanamo Karo, Sava Pavipanashano, Mangalaram Jasrave Sim, Padamam Have Mangalam, Padamam Have Mangalam.
That's lovely.
This is Kamemi.
Hey.
Kamemi Savajive Kamantome. Viti me Save Buasu. Vero Madrane Kena E.
Lovely. Thank you, Arav. Can we
Right.
give a round of applause to Arav? Woo! Thank you. Great. It's lovely to see all of you. I can only see a couple of faces, but hopefully, you're all smiling, and I hope you enjoyed this evening with us. I like to start with a quote, and I like to know who has an answer to this quote for me. So this is how it goes. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Who is that quote by? Can somebody tell me, please? Unmute. Any idea? Or you can put it in the chat. I'm looking for an answer for this quote. Who said that quote? Live
Gandhiji.
to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever.
Gandhiji.
Sorry?
Gandhiji.
Yes, it was Gandhiji, absolutely. It was Mahatma Gandhi. So true. So happy Gandhi Jayanti to everybody from Sri Chanda Vidyapeeth and all their teachers and all the children and everyone. What a wonderful day we have today. And indeed, we are here to learn something today from our great scholar, Dr. Vinod Bhai Kapashi, OBE. And aren't we privileged to have him with us and to teach us? Most of you know him well through our wider Jain community. He is the founder, trustee of Mahavir Foundation, which built the first Jain temple in northwest London and provided much needed place for worship. His main interest was in the field of Jainism, where he wrote several books, including a book on life and works of Acharya Hemchandraji, which took over 4 years to research. Today, Vinod Bhai will take us through the life of Acharya Hemchandraji. Vinod Bhai, over to you. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Jai Jinendra, Vinod Bhai, kem cho tame?
Jai Jinendra, Varshaben, fine is very nice.
It's so lovely.
Yes, and thank you for this introduction.
Oh, we're so privileged to have you on Gandhi Jayanti.
That's right, it's very auspicious day really, yes, Gandhi Jayanti, yes, 2nd October.
Absolutely.
Okay, and right, let me see the share screen thing. Can you see all that? Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. With you. Okay. Jai Jinendra. And of course, you started with auspicious Navkar mantra. So I'm not going to recite it again. But Jai Jinendra to you all. So nice to see you. And Varshaben, as you said, today we are going to talk about Hemchandra Acharya, one of the greatest personalities in the Indian literature, one of the greatest monks in the Jain history, and truly a great man. Hemchandracharya. We call him Hemchandracharya, means Hemchandra Acharya, because he became Acharya when he was just 21 years old. So let us learn about his life and his works. First, let me read a quote about him. Hemchandracharya is a remarkable figure in the history of Sanskrit literature. I would say not just Sanskrit literature, but Sanskrit literature, Prakrit literature, and truly a great man, a conspicuous personality in the social and political history of Gujarat, and one of the greatest apostles of the Jain Church. Like every other great man, he was molded by as well as the molder of his times. It's a great thing. He was molded by his times, of course, but he also was a molder. So he was truly a history maker. So who was Hemchandracharya? That's his picture, you know, an artist must have drawn it, but it's very old one. So he probably looked like this here. His childhood name was Changdev. And in old Gujarati language and in Punjabi also, Changa means very good, beautiful, handsome is Changa. So he was Changdev. His mother called him Changdev. And he was born in 1088. Not quite 1,000 years, but much more than 900 years. And he was born in Dhandhuka, a town in Gujarat state. And he died when at the age of 80, they say, no, it's 82, in 1173 in Anhilwad, Patan. So that is his year of birth and year of death. Now, his father's name was Chachik Deva. He was a Mod Baniya, Vaishnava. Mahatma Gandhi was also Mod Baniya, Vaishnava caste. And his mother, Pahini, was a Jain. In his childhood, the Jain monk Devchandra Suri visited Dhandhuka. Dhandhuka is the place where Hemchandra was born. Devchandra Suri visited this place and was impressed by the young Hemchandra's intellect. His mother and maternal uncle concurred with Devchandra in opposition to his father that Hemchandra be a disciple of his. Devchandra took Hemchandra to Khambhat. Now, what happened before that? One day, Mother Pahini took this little child, Chang, for Guru Vandana. And this little child sat on Guru's part, where Guru was supposed to sit. So the Guru said, oh, this child is going to become a great, great scholar and a great monk. And one day he will become Acharya. So from that day onward, the Guru Devchandra always asked this child's mother that, can I have this child? I want to make him monk. And the mother one day said, okay, you can have my son. Imagine, a mother said, okay, yes, you can take my child and make him a monk, make him a saint. And Guru Devchandra, he had to go to another town. As you know, that monks do not stay at one place for more than a few days. except for the rainy season, of course. Yeah. So Devchandra ji took this child with him. Next day, child's father came home because he was away for some business. He came home and he didn't see his little boy. He said, "Where is Chang? I can't see him around." Mother said, "Oh, Guru Devchandra ji took him away. He's going to become a monk." Father was very angry. How can he take my son without my permission? So without stopping for food or anything, father went straight to another village where Devchandra ji was staying. And he got very angry with this Devchandra ji and said, "How dare you took my child away? I didn't give you this permission." So there was a quarrel. Devchandra ji was quite, he didn't lose his temper, anything. He was a great monk too. He called the Mantri Udayan, the minister of this place, Udayan Mantri. Udayan Mantri came and Udayan Mantri explained to child's father that, "Look, your son will become a great man, a great scholar. He will study under this great Acharya, and it is written in his destiny. So why are you quarreling? Just leave him here." After a while, Chang's father, he became quiet. He said, okay, that is the thing. I will give my child to Devchandra Suri. And nearly at the age of 8, Chang became a monk. Imagine, at the age of 8, he became a monk. And Devchandra Suri gave him another name at that time. Look, Chachi came to Udayan's place to take his son back, but was so overwhelmed by the kind treatment he received that he decided to willingly leave his son with Devchandra. Some years later, Hemchandra was initiated a Jain monk and was given a new name, Somchandra. So after becoming a monk, he was given this name, Somchandra. And when he became Acharya at the age of 21, and another new name was given to him, Hemchandra. So that is why we call him Hemchandra Acharya, Hemchandra Acharya in Sanskrit when we join two words. So, Rao.
Vinod Bhai, do you want to change your presentation to a slideshow so it's easier for you?
Slideshow, custom slideshow,
Yeah,
I
think
suppose.
So. Yeah. Is that easier?
Doesn't change anything right now.
If you click on from current slide, it should do it.
On the left, it says from current slide.
Current slide, yeah, okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, right. Now, at that time, Gujarat was ruled by the Chalukya dynasty, or we call them Solanki kings. It was ruled by Solanki kings. And at that time, Siddharaj Jainsi was the ruler of most part of the Gujarat. And his capital, or the capital of Gujarat at that time, was a place called Patan. Patan is in north of Ahmedabad right now, something like, can't remember exactly, 100 kilometers or so. It used to be a very prosperous, very big town. There are still lots of historical monuments are there. And I thoroughly recommend that if you go to Gujarat, go to Patan. And I'll talk about Patan a bit later on. The Siddharaj Jai Singha was the king. Jai Singha spotted Hemchandra while passing through the streets of his capital. The king was impressed with an impromptu verse uttered by this young monk. What happened? King Siddharaj was coming on his elephant in a big procession, and Hemchandracharya was coming from an opposite direction. As soon as Hemchandracharya saw the king, Hemchandracharya composed few verses in Sanskrit on the spot within a couple of minutes, and he recited those verses. He said those verses. And the king was very happy. Naturally, the verses were in his praise. Hemchandracharya was praising the king. The king was very happy, and king asked him, why don't you come to my court tomorrow? Please, O Guru, please, I would like to hear something more from you. You are a great saint of Jain religion. So that's how King Siddharaj came to know Hemchandracharya. Right. And from that day onward, Hemchandracharya in King's court, special place. He was always received with great respect, and the king started learning few things about Jainism. In 1135, Siddharaj, that king, conquered an area called Malwa, which is on east of Gujarat. It is Madhya Pradesh now. So Siddharaj conquered this. What happened? Malwa was conquered. And Siddharaj was very happy, no doubt. But Malwa had a great literary tradition. Malwa was far advanced in arts and crafts and literature. King Siddharaj brought quite a few books from Malwa to Patan. One of the books was Sanskrit grammar. And king asked Hemchandracharya, oh, Reverend Sadhu, oh, no. Reverend sir, this is a Sanskrit grammar. We have brought it from Malwa. Can we not compose a great grammar for ourselves? And who could do that? Hemchandracharya only. Hemchandracharya said, oh, we'll do it. And he gathered few more books, some from Kashmir. Kashmir was a place where lots of pandits and scholars were residing, and they were learning Sanskrit. It was a great place for attaining vidya, knowledge, education. So lots of books were brought from Kashmir. Hemchandracharya composed his own grammar in Sanskrit and Prakrit languages. This grammar, what happened? King Siddharaj was so pleased with the work that he ordered it to be placed on the back of an elephant and paraded through the streets of Patan. Imagine a procession to honor a book, a great procession in the streets of Patan. It was hundreds of people joined because it was a big achievement. The grammar was composed. Grammar was written in Sanskrit and Prakrit languages. And this is not the only book he wrote. We learn that Hemchandracharya, has written so many books. One wonders how one can write so many books in one's lifetime, because it was unbelievable. Hemchandracharya also composed another book called Dvayasrai Kavya. This name is, of course, maybe it's difficult to pronounce even, Dvayasrai. But there is a remarkable thing about this book. Remember, the first book I said was grammar. This grammar was called Siddhahem Sabdanusasan. Can you see that? The name of the book? This is the book he wrote, Siddhahem Sabdanusasan. And this is the next one, Dvayasrai Kavya. Now, Dvayasrai means the Hemchandracharya served or propagated Jainism to two great kings. Dvi means two. Dvayasrai, he took refuge under two great kings. So this is a book of history of the Solanki period, the second book. But what is remarkable in this second book is you won't believe what is in the second book. I said it's a book of history and history of Solanki period, but that's not all. When you teach grammar to someone, remember the first book he wrote was the book of grammar. When you teach grammar to someone, you have to give examples, isn't it? To explain. And how do you give examples? Hemchandracharya composed sloks giving example of grammar. And while doing this thing, the whole history of the Solanki era is narrated. Can you imagine how he would have done it? On one hand, he is giving examples. And while giving examples, he is also narrating history within those examples. A complete history. And that book is not a small book, about 1,000 pages. So it was a remarkable achievement. And only a Jain monk like Hemchandracharya could have done this thing. The slokas are composed in such a manner that they explain the rules of grammar. According to the Prabhachandra, is another monk, there was an incident where Siddharaj wanted to kill his nephew Kumar Pal. Now we are moving to another part before I describe some more books. Siddharaj had no son. So he was very worried that who will become king after my death. Siddharaj had one nephew, and his name was Kumar Pal. Hemchandracharya once said to Siddharaj that after your death, Kumar Pal will become king of Gujarat. this came as a big shock for Siddharaj. He didn't like Kumar Pal at all. And the very thought that Kumar Pal will become a king was really unbearable for him, the thing. So he decided that I should kill Kumar Pal. So he cannot become a king. He cannot become the king. Siddharaj sent his soldiers to kill Kumar Pal. Kumar Pal had to run away, and he took refuge in one of the upasrayas. And which upasraya was there? Upasraya is the place where monks stay for a few days. Monks reside, monks live, and they do their dharmas aradhana. So Kumar Pal came to the upasraya, asking all the monks that please hide me somewhere. And these monks hid him under the leaves. The leaves were gathered there so that they can make paper out of those leaves, not exactly paper, what we call paper now, and write all the manuscripts on it. They hid Kumar Pal under all these leaves, the heap of leaves. Hemchandracharya himself was also there in the same upasraya. All the soldiers came running behind Kumar Pal. They came to the upasraya and asked all the monks, Reverend Sir, have you seen our man? We have seen him running around here, around somewhere. Did he come here? And this monk said, no, we haven't seen him. You might think that these monks were telling lie. And that's true, they were really, because Kumar Pal was right there in the upasraya. But it was a matter of saving someone's life. And Hemchandracharya knew that this man is destined to become the king of Gujarat. So this junior monk said, no, we haven't seen Kumar Pal here. We haven't seen anyone. He didn't come here. And that's how Kumar Pal was saved. Kumar Pal was saved by the Jain monks. And he remembered this very well. This Wikipedia comes because right. Hemchandracharya became the advisor to Kumar Pal. I've written the whole book about Hem Siddhi after 4 years research, actually.
Can we see it again, Vinod Bhai?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Where can we get copies of it?
Yeah, it's mainly in Gujarati, but one part is in English, yeah. And really it took me nearly 4 years, yeah. Because
wow.
I wrote about not just Hemchandracharya's life, but his works, what is in Dvayasrai, what is in the book of grammar and other things, including the one which Rajiv Bhai is going to teach. You know, everything has been explained in this.
Okay, has it been translated in English yet?
Not everything yet, but so Hemchandracharya became the advisor to Kumar Pal after Siddharaj died, and after Kumar Pal became the king of Gujarat. So Hemchandracharya's standing is, increased in the kingdom, because Kumar Pal was really under the obligation. His life was saved by the Hemchandracharya. And it is said that Kumar Pal became Jain. Well, he wasn't initiated, and there is no such rituals like initiation. But he truly, in his code of conduct and everything and his philosophy, he became Jain. And another good thing about that period in the history of Gujarat, this was the golden period as far as the Jain religion is concerned. Golden period of Jainism. And during that time, it's worth remembering for all of us, our forefathers, maybe mine and yours, came from Rajasthan to Gujarat. If you see your lineage, you will see that we all have come from Rajasthan, Marwar, really. We came to Gujarat. And most of these Jains came during the time of Kumar Pal and Siddharth, and of course some afterward, because this was a golden period. Jains came to Patan, that was the capital of Gujarat at that time. Some Jains went to Kutch from Patan, some Jains went to Jamnagar, some came to other area of Saurashtra. That's where our forefathers, that's how they came to Gujarat. And another thing happened during the reign of Kumar Pal. Gujarat has become vegetarian. If you can see that 75% of Gujarati people are vegetarians. This is an unique thing. Nowhere else you will see this thing. But in Gujarat, most people are vegetarian. And that's the influence the Jain religion. This photograph is, of course, this picture is a procession. Right. I'll talk about other books in a minute, because you can go on talking about his works for 2-3 lectures. Hemchandracharya knew about his death actually 6 months in advance. He said that 6 months from now, I am going to die. And he fasted in his last days, which is a Jain. He took this Sanlekhna, a Jain practice, and he died in Patan in 1173. Now, something more about his work. Hemchandracharya, of course, wrote the book Grammar, which I mentioned. This grammar is in Sanskrit and Prakrit. And there is one big chapter in this grammar. It's Apabhrans grammar. Apabhrans grammar, there was no Gujarati at that time. You might be surprised to know Gujarati language wasn't born. Gujarati language is 600 years old. At the time of Hemchandracharya, there was no Gujarati. There was a language which was derived from Prakrit, and it was called Apabhransa language. Apabhransa, village people just speaking their own lingo, their own words, own things, whatever was there. So he composed grammar of Apabhransa too. And from that, not only that, he made a dictionary of our words, Apabhrans words. He made a dictionary. So Hemchandracharya is also called father of Gujarati language. Of course, the Gujarati wasn't there, but he composed everything. So then he wrote lexicons, and not only that, he wrote books about science, logic, many branches of Indian philosophy, it is said that Hemchandracharya composed 3.5 crore, that is 35 million verses in total. Imagine 35 million verses. Can one man write in his lifetime? How he did it? It's really wonderful thing. It's amazing. And sometimes we might think, oh, it's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah. There is one incident. I mentioned here that Hemchandracharya predicted that he will die 6 months after a certain period. That's what he said. There is one author in Gujarati language, just 40, 50 years ago, he was writing a book about Hemchandracharya. He was writing a book about Hemchandracharya, and he wrote in the last chapter that Hemchandracharya knew about his death even 6 months before the actual death, actual event. But then, after writing that, he wrote a footnote. This must be an exaggeration. Surely it didn't happen. How can someone knows that I am going to die exactly 6 months after today? So that's what he wrote in the footnote. What happened? Next day, this author, Dhumketu, was living in Ahmedabad. A letter came from his village and said that your father is very ill. Please go to your village, so and so. So this author, Dhumketu, the Gujarati author, 40, 50 years ago, he went to his village. He met his father. Father was very ill. The father said to him that, my son, I'm going to die 15 days from today, exactly 15 days. That is Dhumketu's father told Dhumketu, this author. And exactly that's what happened. This author's father died 15 days after these things. After all the vidhis and rituals and everything were done, Hemchandracharya came back to Ahmedabad and took all the pages which he was writing, what he had written in the last paragraph and last footnote. He had written that I don't believe that Hemchandracharya had said this and that would not have happened. So he removed that note, footnote. He removed it. Surely, if my father, he wasn't a great man, he wasn't a great scholar or a pious man, and still he prophesied that he will die 15 days after certain period. So Hemchandracharya, he was a great monk, a great scholar, a pious man, a holy man. He must have known about his death 6 months before he died. So that's what happened. 35 million verses. Right. This is one of the manuscripts. Right. Some of the books written by Hemchandracharya. There is a book called Trishashti. Sorry, there should be S here, S. Trishashti Salaka Purush Charitra. It's massive book, 4 volumes. And in this, there are narration of 63 great personalities. Who are these 63 personalities? 24 Tirthankaras, 12 Chakravartis, 9 Vasudeva, 9 Baldeva, and 9 Prati Vasudeva. So altogether, 36 great personalities. These biographies of these 36 have been written in this book, Trisashti Salaka Purush Charitra. And this book has 36,000 slokas, 4 volumes, as I said. And this book has it's not just biography of life sketches, maths, arts, crafts, grammar, science of poetry, weaponry, and lots of other things. And this book is a treasure house of information. In one chapter of this book, M. Chandracharya has written that what will happen in the 5th phase, at the end of the 5th phase. Right now, we are living in Panchmo Aro, 5th phase, as per the Kal Chakra. And what will happen during the end period? This has been prophecy. This has been written, a real good thing, what will happen. And the description matches as if some sort of nuclear holocaust will happen, right? The another book, Siddha Hema Sabdanusasan, which I already mentioned, book of Sanskrit and Prakrit grammar. Dvayasray, I already mentioned, book of history of the Solanki kings, written in 20 parts, explain the rules of grammar whilst narrating the history, an amazing work. One can find beautiful description of all the seasons, about the architecture and lots of other things. Desi Nammala. This is a dictionary of old words. From these words, from this language, Gujarati was born. There's a book of Abhidhan Chintamani, a lexicon. Kavyanusasan, a big volume about the science of poetry. How the poetry took birth in the Indian literature. How many different types of poetry. And Chandonusasan, the book about the meter in poetry. And again, it hasn't got 40 or 50 pages, more than 300 pages. There's another book called Vitaraga Stotra. Now, this one is not, of course, big book. There are 188 slokas in 20 chapters. It's a devotional poem. The whole 188 slokas are composed in Sanskrit language. Mahadev Stotra, verses in praise of Shankar Bhagwan, Hindu god. So it shows he was very much tolerant towards all religion. And he has composed Mahadev Stotra, not just Vitrag Stotra is about Tirthankara, but Mahadev Stotra is about Shankar Bhagwan. And another famous book, Yoga Shastra. This is about yoga and code of conduct in 1200 verses. The translations in English, German, Hindi, Gujarati are available. They were published. I think German translation was published nearly 100 years ago. There's something new which I found. When I wrote this book, I didn't know about this Fibonacci sequence. It's in mathematics. It's one sequence which is called Fibonacci sequence. That after 1, there's a 2, then 3, 5, 8. So always last 2, when added up, the next one will come. 5 and 8 is 30. 13 and 8 is 21. This is Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci founded in 1150. And Hemchandracharya did it some 50 years before Fibonacci. Sorry, Fibonacci did it in 1202 and Hemchandracharya did it in 1150. Not only that, it is said that Hemchandracharya's some of the poetry and chand have been written in Fibonacci sequence. I still to read more about this and grasp how he has written in this Fibonacci sequence. But this is what I have found out, that Hemchandracharya wrote, and he knew about this sequence. Of course, it wasn't called Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci, after Fibonacci, we say it's a Fibonacci sequence. Right. I mentioned that Jainism flourished in Gujarat and India during the time of Hemchandracharya and King Kumarpal. King Kumarpal became Jain, and when we do Arti, Mangal Divo, we say this Arti Utari Raja Kumarpal. So the name Kumarpal has been inscribed in all Jain literature, the great reverence. This temple is a temple of temple in Taranga. There are quite a few hills in Taranga. It's not far from Mehsana. Again, some 70-80 kilometers from Ahmedabad. It's a huge temple. And Kumarpal built it. Kumarpal built this temple on the instruction of Hemchandracharya. It's worth seeing. It's a very big, as I said, huge temple. The Mool Nayak is Ajithnath Bhagwan. So make a point to go to Taranga and to Patan. Patan. Now, of course, Patan was the capital city, and there are about 100 Jain temples are there in Patan. All very good, worth seeing. And some of the temples were built during the time of Hemchandracharya. So again, worth seeing. Of course, this was built most probably before Kumarpal, but I always mention this thing when I mention about the Kumarpal and city of Patan. You know what it is? Anybody? It's called Wow.
Rani Vav છે.
It's the one in Ahmedabad.
Rani Vav છે ને?
Ahmedabad my Vav છે is a quite small one. This is very big. It's Rani Ki Vav. It is in Patan. Now this is 7-story deep. I wouldn't say 7-story high, because imagine a huge temple, and if you imagine it's upside down, what it will look like. And why it was built? To fetch water during the time of famine and during the time of summer time, dry time. People climb down those steps, they will go, and there is a well there. See, the top part is very wide, then little less wider, less, 7 stories. And imagine someone doing all this carving, all 7-story. It's a World Heritage Site in Patan. So if you go there, you won't be disappointed. You will have something nice to see. Right. I was going to mention one more thing. I don't know what's the time.
It's 9:05.
9:05. Yes, a few more
Still
minutes.
got, yeah.
This temple of Taranga. There's one thing unique about this temple. The ceiling of that temple, the special wood has been used. And it is said that in case there is a fire, the wood emits some water, droplets. And if the fire is only a little bit, a small fire, it will be extinguished. So this is something new about Taranga temple. When I went to Taranga some 15 years ago, of course, the ceiling was falling down. And as far as I know, the ceiling has been removed. Those old wood has been removed now. But at that time, I took some wood pieces of wood, and I still kept it in my house from that temple, just to say that, oh, this temple was built during the time of Hemchandracharya and Kumarpal. So I got that wood downstairs. And any question, but there are a lot of other things I can talk about. Hemchandracharya performed lots of miracles, you know, and he has written so many books. And he did a lot of work for poor people as well. Because one day what happened, Hemchandracharya was sitting in his upasrai. He had seen some very poor Sravakas, Jain lay people. So what he did, Hemchandracharya, he took an old kamaro shawl that was torn. There were some holes in it, and Odilito, he put it on. King Kumarpal came for bowing down and said, "Pranam Guruji, how are you? Mathen Vandami," and everything. And then he noticed that Hemchandracharya is wearing this torn shawl with some holes in it. He's covering himself in that. He said, "Guruji, why you are doing this? I can bring hundreds blankets for you, hundreds nice shawl, and you have put this on." So Hemchandracharya said, "King, there are lots of poor people in Patan. First do something about them, then ask me." So this was his own unique way of doing something for the poor people in Patan. There are lots of incidents in his life, you know. So that's how I've written the whole book. Rajiv Bhai is going to, which one? Is going to do, I haven't mentioned here.
I think he's going to do the Sanskrit prayer, the 33 verses.
Yeah, not
Sakla Arhat.
Sakla Arhat, I know. The meaning of Sakla Arhat is Sakal means all, and Arhat means Tirthankaras. There are verses of all the Tirthankaras. Original Sakla Arhat is about 26 verses, but Rajiv Bhai is going to do 33, which is again very good. You'll know more about other things. So I'm sure it will be very interesting. The whole poem is in Sanskrit language, and some of the verses you know them of Sakla Arhat because some people recite Mahavir Swami's and Parshnath Bhagwan's shloka in Derasar. Right. Any question? Anything more? I mean.
So Vinod Bhai, there's a couple of questions coming through. I think one you sort of covered. It's from Sandeep Bhai Shah. Sandeep Bhai, do you want to? Vinod Bhai did briefly cover it regarding the Kumarpala's name in the Mangal Divo. Have you got anything more to ask?
Yes, Vinod Bhai, two questions.
Yeah.
One is, of course, કે આપણે મંગલ દીવો આપણે ગાય તો એમાં કુમારપાલ રાજાનું નામ આવે છે ને આઈ નો કે ઈ કુમારપાલ રાજા ને હેમચંદ્ર આચાર્યનો બહુ જ ઊંડો સંબંધ હતો. પણ શું કામ આપણે મંગલ દીવોમાં કુમારપાળ આપણે એમ કઈ આરતી ઉતારી રાજા કુમાર પાડે That was my first question. And the second question was કે જ્યારે I think આપને પણ ખબર છે, but કે હેમચંદ્રાચાર્ય was invited to attend a Hindu temple, I think Shankar Bhagwanનું કે temple, અને it was meant as like a criticism of him કે he will not come or something like that, and he did go and he bowed down. And I would, for the benefit of the wider audience, if you can elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, two things. First, this Arti and Mangal Divo. This was written some 200 years after Ramchandracharya, and it is written by a Jain Shravak. It's not written by any monk or anybody. A Shravak wrote this Arti, and he himself thought that, oh, Kumarpal Maharaja must have gone to a big temple. He must have done this Arti અને કરી હશે, બધું કર્યું હશે. એટલે એને જે કવિતા બનાવી આરતીની મંગળદીવોની બધી, એમાં એને લખી નાખ્યું કે આરતી ઉતારી રાજા કુમાર પાળે. That's all. And we have adopted this Arti for our day-to-day, our daily ritual, you know. And ત્યારથી since last 500-600 years આપણે એ જ આરતી બોલીએ છીએ, એ જ ગાઈએ છીએ. બાકી during the time of Hemchandracharya, as I said, there was no Gujarati language, અને આ આરતી ને એ તો ગુજરાતી લેંગ્વેજમાં છે. સો આ લગભગ 200 વર્ષ પછી, હેમચંદ્રાચાર્યના ડેથ પછી 200 વર્ષ પછી લગભગ લખાયેલું જૈન શ્રાવક છે દેપાર, એને લખેલી છે. અને એની પણ ડેટ ને મારી પાસે છે, પણ સમથિંગ લાઈક 200 years છે. અને બીજું, હેમચંદ્રાચાર્ય વોઝ ટીચિંગ અનેકાંતવાદ, કે બધી ફિલોસોફી સારી છે, બધા પોતપોતાની રીતે સાચા છે. અને ટુ ઇલસ્ટ્રેટ એન્ડ ટુ ગીવ એન ગુડ એક્ઝામ્પલ, એ હિન્દુ ટેમ્પલમાં ગયા, શંકર ભગવાનના ટેમ્પલમાં ગયા, અને ત્યાં આ જે બનાવ્યું મહાદેવ સ્તોત્ર, એ એમણે ત્યાં એની રચના કરી. હવે તમે જો કેરફુલી આ મહાદેવ સ્તોત્ર વાંચો તો એમાં છે ને એમણે, how can I say, very cleverly હેમચંદ્રાચાર્ય લખ્યું છે કે who is really મહાદેવ. આમાં મારી પાસે છે પણ ખરું, એક જ સેકન્ડ હું એમાંથી એકાદું વાંચું. પેજ નંબર 124 in my book. જો એમાં લખ્યું છે મહાદેવ સ્તોત્રમાં કે ભવ બીજાંકુર જનના રાગાદય ક્ષયમ ઉપગતા યસ્ય બ્રહ્મા વા વિષ્ણુર્વા હરો જીનો વા નમસ્તસ્ય. જે દેવ પોતાના રાગ અને દ્વેષને દૂર કરે છે, એ દેવ, પછી એ બ્રહ્મા હોય, વિષ્ણુ હોય, શંકર ભગવાન હોય કે જીનેશ્વર ભગવાન હોય, એમને હું વંદન કરું છું.
Very good.
રિટર્ન ઇન મહાદેવ સ્તોત્ર. છેલ્લું એમને એમ કીધું છે. અને મિડલમાં પણ એક જગ્યાએ કીધું છે કે શંકર ભગવાનને તમને ખબર હશે, ઇઝ ઓલ્સો કોલ્ડ શિવ. ખબર છે ને, હિન્દુમાં શિવ કહેવાય છે. તો કે શિવ કોને કહેવાય? કે જે બધાનું કલ્યાણ કરે. બીકોઝ ધ મિનિંગ ઓફ શિવ ઇન સંસ્કૃત લેંગ્વેજ, શિવ મીન્સ કલ્યાણ, વેલફેર. શિવ એટલે કલ્યાણકારી. એટલે હું તો કોને ભગવાનને ભજું છું? જે કલ્યાણ કરે એને હું ભજું છું. એટલે I'm using very cleverly, of course, into inverted commas, but that is how very cleverly he praised Shankar Bhagwan, but at the same time, Jineshwar Bhagwan ni પણ અંદર વાત કરી દીધી.
Sorry, one more question, Vinod bhai. Thank you very much. બીજો એક ક્વેશ્ચન, આપણા પાલિતાણા જે તીર્થ છે શાશ્વત તીર્થ કહેવાય, પણ હેમચંદ્રાચાર્યનો એમાં હતો કાંઈ ભોગ કે એમણે ઈ પાલિતાણા તીર્થની sort of પ્રોટેક્શન કરેલું કે ઈ લેન્ડ એણે એલોકેટ કરાવેલાવી so that the પાલિતાણાના મંદિરો બધા બંધાય કે નતું?
ના, as far as I know, એ બાજુ એમનું contribution નથી. મેઇનલી એમનું, કારણ કે એમનું જે મેજર વર્ક છે એ પોલિટિકલ ઇન્ફ્લુઅન્સ, અને યુ મસ્ટ રિમેમ્બર કે આખો જૈન હિસ્ટ્રી તમે વાંચો ને તો જ્યાં પોલિટિકલ ઇન્ફ્લુઅન્સ છે ત્યાં જૈન ધર્મ ફ્લરિશ થયો છે. ઇન સાઉથ ઇન્ડિયા જૈનિઝમ was very strong at one stage. Why it was strong? Because some kings were Jains. પણ એ જતું રહ્યું પછી Jainism completely declined. You know, many Jains were driven out and temples even were ruined. પણ ગુજરાતમાં એવું ન થયું. અને ગુજરાતમાં these two kings, સિદ્ધરાજ and કુમારપાલ, liked Jainism and Jainism flourished. And પછી તો રાજસ્થાનથી lots of people came to Gujarat, and of course it became a stronghold for Jains. Gujarat was, of course, now more Jains are living in Maharashtra than Gujarat because of Mumbai and Pune and other things, because many Jains are, and even a lot of Kachis, they have gone to Mumbai, Kachi Jains. So there are more Jains in Maharashtra now.
That's wonderful. Are there any more questions online? You got your chance to ask Vinod Bhai on this amazing topic. And there's so much history behind this particular topic and the book that he's written. If you have any questions, please ask through the chat, or you can unmute and ask. Any questions? No?
No.
I think Vinod Bhai, you covered quite a substantial amount. in
Sorry,
very
I
short
have one more
period.
question, Varsha. Sorry. I've
Okay,
asked quite
yes,
a few
carry on.
questions. વિનોદભાઈ ત્રિષષ્ઠી શલાકા પુરુષ, એ આપણે 24 તીર્થંકર, તમે કહ્યું કે વાસુદેવ, બધા ગ્રેટ પર્સનાલિટીઝ હિસ્ટ્રીમાં જે થયા છે આપણા જૈન, એનું વર્ણન કરેલું છે. તો is it written in a poetry format or is it written like a text કે કેવી રીતે?
Most of the format is in poetry.
Because I was reading a bit of it, and it seems as if it's in a poetic.
Yeah, most of the things are is verses, yeah, Sanskrit verses. Yeah, and as I said, it's a major mammoth work, 4 big volumes. કારણ કે 63 લાઈફ છે. 360 means 63. 63 લાઈફ છે. 24 તીર્થંકર, વાસુદેવ, પ્રતિવાસુદેવ, બળદેવ, એવી રીતે all together 63. But it's,
Thank you.
ઋષભદેવ ભગવાનનું ચરિત્ર બહુ જ ડિટેલમાં છે, ખૂબ ડિટેલમાં છે.
હા, એ મેં જોયું, બરાબર.
અને જે મેં પ્રોફેસી કીધી ને, ઇટ્સ ઇન ઋષભદેવ ભગવાન ચરિત્ર.
So Vinod Bhai, we have a question. Somebody's after your book.
Oh.
Where can we buy it from? Where can we get it from? Is it on Amazon, or do we have to come to the temple?
No, actually I haven't got any copies, but
Okay.
Jain e-library માં છે.
Acha.
કારણ કે 2 editions થઈ હતી આની, અને this is the first one. એમાં font બહુ સારા નથી, but it is on Jain e-library.
Acha.
એ તો તમે you know Jain e-library.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Great. My God. I'm just a little bit interested, Vinod Bhai, about what you said. If you can elaborate on how the Gujarati language came about, and what you mentioned. Can you tell us a little bit more about how that transition happened, please?
Yeah, શું થયું? Originally North India પ્રાકૃત language હતી. Yeah, અને slowly પછી જે migration start થયું, so different people went to different areas, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Rajasthan and all. And ત્યાં slowly development જુદું થાય. And every 20 years, 30 years, slight changes આવે. At that time, a media, the communication નહોતું. And people were using their own words, some local things. અને એ જુદા ડેવલપમેન્ટ જુદા એરિયામાં થયા. એટલે સપોઝ પ્રાકૃતમાંથી અપભ્રંશ થઈ, સૌરસેની થઈ, ઓલ્ડ મહારાષ્ટ્રીયન થઈ, ગુર્જર થઈ. પણ અગેન એની અંદરથી સ્લોલી, and it took long time because Gujarati Bhasha is 600 years old, and at Mahavir Swami's time more than 2500 years. So slowly બધું change આવતા ગયા. અને ગુજરાત સાઈડમાં જે લેંગ્વેજ ડેવલપ થાય, ગુજરાતી, મહારાષ્ટ્રમાં ડેવલપ થઈ એમાં મરાઠી, હિન્દી ડેવલપ થઈ, બેંગોલી લેંગ્વેજ ડેવલપ થઈ, બધું સ્લોલી ડેવલપ છે. સંસ્કૃતનું મિક્સચર, પ્રાકૃતનું મિક્સચર એન્ડ લોકલ જે ડાયલેક્ટ હોય, કારણ કે પીપલ વેર લિવિંગ હિયર, they were also speaking some different words, different thing, એવી રીતે. તો એમ ધીરે ધીરે ગુજરાતી લેંગ્વેજ ડેવલપ થઈ. અને સમ ઓફ ધ વર્ડ્સ હજી જે ઓલ્ડ હતા હેમચંદ્રાચાર્યના ટાઈમમાં, they are still we are using in Gujarati language, and some of course new words છે. એક મિનિટ જો આમાં મને દેખાય ને તો હું તમને કહું. થોડાક એક્ઝામ્પલ મેં આપેલા. It's okay. Yeah, I got it, but જો કોડિયા કહેતા હતા, હવે કોડિયું કહીએ છીએ. પહેલા કોડિયા કહેતા, હવે થાળી કહીએ છીએ. વાણીય કહેતા હતા એ વખતે, હવે વાણીઓ કહીએ છીએ. ખણુઓ કહેતા, હવે ખીલો કહીએ છીએ. ખડકી, હજી ખડકી કહેશે, નાનું બારણું હોય ને,
ખેડકી.
ઉસાઈ એટલે ઓશિકુ હવે કહીએ છીએ, એ વખતે ઉસાઈ કહેતા. ઓશિકુ એટલે પીલો. ખંડ એટલે ખભ્ભો, ચંદ એટલે ચંદ્ર, ઉદુંબર એટલે ઉંબરો, એટલે એવી રીતે. ગગ્ગર કહેતા હતા, એટલે કે ઘાઘરો, ચણિયો.
Fantastic.
You can see how change થયા છે. પણ what has not changed, Varshaben, is just one last thing.
Yes.
જે નંબર હતા ને 19, 29, 39, એ હેમચંદ્રાચાર્યના ટાઈમથી અત્યાર સુધી હજી ચેન્જ નથી થયા. ગુજરાતી સેમ રહ્યું છે. માનો કે 29, 29, એ ચેન્જ નથી થયું.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Vinod Bhai, my God, you are an encyclopedia of knowledge. We could go on for another hour easily.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure having you, Vinod Bhai. May I request you sitting in a beautiful place? I love. Are you sitting in the temple upstairs?
No. તમને બતાવો એક જ સેકન્ડ. Can I highlight my opinion?
It looks lovely where you're sitting.
Can you see?
Oh, the paint is a painting.
It's a big painting on the wall. In my bedroom.
Oh wow, how beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, Vinod Bhai, you have really made our evening, and it's been such a special evening having you on board. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
I'm going to, first of all, can I ask everyone to unmute and give a big round of applause for Vinod Bhai Kapashi this evening, please. Many thanks, Vinod Bhai. We can't wait to have you back again in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
So, what I want to try and, so we're going to end with Manglik and a few announcements. But before we end, Vinod Bhai, I'm not letting you go that easily. I would like you to recite the Manglik for us, please.
Oh. તમે કોઈ ચાઇલ્ડ ને કે એને ચાન્સ આપવો હોય બીજાને આપો સારું I can do it પણ
Okay, then shall I pick somebody from the
Yeah.
audience today?
Yeah,
Shall I
yeah.
pick somebody from the audience? Who
audience.
wants to? Let's have a look. Let's pick somebody from the adult class who has been attending for a long, long time and who keeps very quiet, perhaps. Shall we do that? Yes. Who is Shreni Shah? Who is Shreni Shah? Do we have Shreni Shah?
Yeah, I'm a Nairobi SCVP teacher. I teach.
Oh, fantastic. Oh my God.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely,
I
lovely.
love Vinod Bhai's sessions. I've really been following and attending every session.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, lovely to have you on board. Are you actually seeing us from all the way from Nairobi?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, wow. How amazing. What is a lovely pleasure to see you. I'm trying to look for you on your face. But would you be kind enough to recite the Manglik, because I was going to pick somebody from random and you've been picked by me today.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So
I'll
let's see if we
recite the
can see
Manglik.
you. Are we able to see you or put a spotlight on you? I'm not sure. Let's see what the
Maybe
technical.
next time. Maybe next time.
No, next time. You do it now. You've been picked. It's your lucky day.
Okay, just hang on a minute.
And we'll see you in Nairobi here, from here, of course.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I don't know if you can see me.
Yes. Oh, how lovely.
Okay, hi everybody.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for, attending. My goodness. What's the time there?
It's almost 11:30.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. What a lovely thing to listen to before going to bed. And it's Gandhi Jayanti as well.
Yeah.
Oh, over to you. What a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Chattari Mangalam Arihanta Mangalam Sita Mangalam Sahu Mangalam Kevali Pannato Tamo Mangalam Chattari Loguttama Arihanta Loguttama Sita Loguttama Sahu Loguttama Kevali Pannato Dhammo Loguttamo Chattari Saranam Pavachami Arihante Saranam Pavachami Site Saranam Pavachami Sahu Saranam Pavachami Kevali Pannatam Dhammam Saranam Pavachami.
Oh,
Thank you for
lovely.
giving me the opportunity.
Oh,
And
lovely.
thank you
Shreni
very
Ben,
much, Vinod Bhai.
Thank you. Perfect. Both saras.
Thank you.
both fine. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see you, Shreni Ben.
Thank you.
And our love and best wishes to all the teachers and the children in Nairobi.
Okay, I'll pass them on tomorrow when I'm teaching my class.
What are you teaching tomorrow?
I teach 12-year-olds.
Okay, well, a big hello to all your class. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a surprise that was. Wow.
That's nice. Actually, I've been seeing some of our ex-Nairobi teachers online as well.
Oh, that's
Sandeep
great.
And Manjri and people who we've been in SCVP for a very long time now, I think,
Yes.
20 years plus.
Yes. So this just proves what an international school we are, right?
Yes,
So
definitely.
So that takes me straight on to a couple of wonderful announcements. Talking of international, Veerayatan is really, really excited to embark on a new vision, which has been initiated by Pujya Acharya Sri Channaji, fondly known as Daima, to empower every member of the family to lead a balanced, happy and fulfilling life. This will be achieved through multiple virtual learning programs for spiritual and holistic development for all ages. And this is a huge leap because through this COVID times that we are leading at the moment, everything is virtual, all the learning is virtual, and Daima has initiated this amazing project, and there is a calendar of events which you can occupy yourself every single day. The calendar of all the events can be found on the SCVP Facebook, the SCVP website, and Veerayatan.org. If you go to any of these places, you'll see the calendar. So for example, all the Sadhvijis who are based in Bihar at the moment, they are all conducting one individual topic each. So for example, there is one on Bhaktamar Stotra, there is another one on the meaning of Pratikamar, there is one Sadhviji teaching Prakrit, one Sadhviji teaching Sanskrit and Hindi. So I think there's whole loads of languages as well being taught. So if you get an opportunity, do go to the website, do go to the Facebook, and any of the contacts within the SCVP committee, you can find the various details for these virtual classes that are taking place from Veerayatan, India. Not only that, but we have here in the UK, as you know, we have a number of children's classes that are taking place from the age of 4+ right through to the adult classes that you just today experienced. So do join, do spread the word. We're coming on to winter, autumn, winter, and this is such a lovely thing in the evening on Friday to enrich your life and start the weekend with. So do join into these classes. Next week, Rajiv Shah will continue with the topic of Hemchandra Acharya, and he will look at specifically a Sanskrit prayer written by him, and he will explain that verse by verse in English. So that's for next week. And before you go, we will also ask you to fill out the survey which comes right at the end. So we know how you found today's session, but also please use a chat facility to tell us how we can improve, or if there are any particular topics you want to learn or know, then we can feed it back to all our teachers or even to Veerayatan India and let the Sadhvijis know that what is it that we wish to learn over here. So do let us know. It's been a wonderful Friday evening sharing with you. And Vinod Bhai, we are so grateful to have your presence and your knowledge. And I would love to have a book, a signed copy of that book from you, Vinod Bhai. I'm coming to your house tomorrow to get it. And really lots of love and best wishes to everyone on this class. Have a fantastic weekend, and Michami Dukaram if I have made any mistakes. Good evening. Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra, thank you.
Thank you, Vinod Bhai.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinod Bhai.
शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष जिनेश्वर रक्ष रक्ष जिनेश्वर रक्ष रक्ष जिनेश्वर शांतिनाथ शांतिनाथ रटन
You can switch the video off now and the YouTube. Just stop the YouTube.